Yeah, YouTubers Tasman here bringing you first look of RimWorld Alpha 14. So it was released on July 15th, and July 15th is a very special day for me. If you haven't already known or guessed, it's the day this Tasmanian devil came into this world. So very cool that it was released the same day I was born. Anyway, it's actually been a couple days, and reason is I had a busy day on my birthday, so I didn't get a chance to record it. I'm really sorry and sad about that. But actually, they've released a new patch for it anyway because Alpha 14 was without incident, quite literally. Most of the incidents would never fire. You'd never have a heat wave and all that fun stuff. So that's been fixed, and they're hoping everything is good to go. One of the great things I love about Steam is it auto updates, and that's the other thing. It is now on Steam. Uh, and if you bought the game prior to its release on Steam, then you're pretty much guaranteed a Steam key. All you have to do is go to the website and follow the little instructions, and you can actually get a Steam key. So that's really cool because that was never promised. That's going above and beyond by Mr. Tynan and his crew. They said, I think it was like November 19th of like 2014, or I don't know, something like that. They said that they weren't going to provide any keys. So when I bought the game, I didn't think I was necessarily going to get a key, but I was going to get it on Steam anyway. Now, one bad thing about that is I was going to give away my old versions to some of you guys, but since legit I can't do that because I only paid for one version, um, then I guess I can't do that. But I might still have a drawing or a giveaway of a copy of RimWorld at some point. So let's go over what is new in Alpha 14 because they've done quite a bit with interface and everything else. So first thing you'll notice right here at the top, there's no new world or new whatever. It's create world or whatever it used to say right there. It's gone. It's now been integrated directly into the new colony button. In load game, it now shows you basically what version you were saved in. So you can kind of see this. You can see it says 014 1238. So we know we can actually load that. I was just doing a little bit of testing. And then if it's a version that most likely isn't going to work, you can mouse over those question marks and it says it's an unknown format and most likely will not load properly. And I have tested that. It just pops up an error. It won't even let it load. So kind of a fail safe right there. So that's kind of the loading screen. Then under options, there's only a couple things I've noticed that have changed in here. Maybe I'm just being blind or something, but I don't know. There is now a pause on urgent letters. So when you get the red letters, it can pause the game for you to really let you know it's there. I know in some of my Let's Plays, I've completely been oblivious to that because I've been so focused on what was going. The next thing I know, something bad happened. And then also there's this one right here. Now, aside from those two, I don't think there's anything. This is just showing the animal's name. So basically your options are don't show any animal name. This is tame animals, show name only. The named only ones, so once they get a name or whatever, then it will show them, so you won't have any squirrel ones and that fun stuff. And then any that are tamed. So that would show you, your animals that you actually had your colonist name, and also the ones that tame themselves and such without names. So you have squirrel 1. Next, we have the mods section, and this has been reworked where you can actually, from what I understand, you can change the mod order of things, kind of like the ED. Oh crap! I can't ever remember the name of it. EDI or EBI or EB interface. I don't know, but there was the one that was the mod order that lets you change that, and I believe now you can actually do that. Also, With it being on Steam now, mods and stuff can be accessed directly from the Steam Workshop, making it really easy to install mods. So that is really, really cool. Um, Credits is pretty much the same as far as I know. I don't think I've ever clicked credits. No, I haven't. Look at that. All the great people that have done work on this. And special thanks to probably testers and stuff. Can we not stop? Okay, we can hit escape to get out of that. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to jump into a game that I've already started. But first, we're going to actually go look at the new colony. So one of the new things with this is we now have the scenarios. So it used to simply just be 3 of you awake in a cryptoslip sarcophagi to the sound of sirens and ripping metal. You barely get to the escape pods before ships are torn apart. Sometime later, you land on this unknown RimWorld. So this is kind of your scenario how you play, and you start with three colonists. And you start with 800 silver, package survival meal 30, medicine, components, pistol, plasteel knife. So this is everything you started with before, a random pet, steel, and wood. And then throughout the map, there's 3 ship chunks, 720 steel scattered all over the place, and some more packaged meals. So you have the option of editing these. And as you can see, if we go and say, I think if we just say the edit mode here, you can actually see we could change how many colonists we have and all these different options, and we can add other things and all kinds of really cool stuff. We can upload to the Steam Workshop. We can save it as a new scenario and such. So when you start the game, you actually start with 3. Your original one, you start as a rich explorer where you're just a single person, but you have lots of silver and lots of good stuff, glitter world medicine and such. And you basically land on the planet, and you're just trying to, you were bored of the rich life and wanted to have an adventure. And then finally we have Lost Tribe, and this is one where you have 5 people to start with. And as it says right here, your tribe was destroyed by the great blood machine sent by the gods. 5 of you managed to escape. Now it's time to build up a new home. So basically you got to start with this. Now this is a new thing. This is a new food. It actually spoils like in 100 days or 100 years. I can't remember. Really long time that you can make. And we'll talk about that in just a little bit. So there you go. We're not going to do one of these, but we're going to continue on just so you can see what it's like now. So next, after that, you have the AI storyteller, Cassandra, Phoebe, and Randy. Permadeath is moved. It used to be inside where you do the map. It was kind of hidden. When you created the world, you actually set permadeath in the advanced options. I need a drink. My throat's getting itchy. Sorry about that. So now it's moved out to this area right here. So if we say Cassandra Ruff, like we usually do, I think that gives us a really dynamic story, because we're just getting bombarded, but not too much. So here's where we've seen before the randomized seed of creating your world. As you can see here, now the randomized seed is words, suit of power armor. Okay, kind of words, Chris. And you can still set your size and all that stuff, and then generate the world. And then you choose your spot. Now it used to be in here where you could choose the starting season and the world size. As you can see right here, starting season and actual world size or whatever. We have ludicrous. We would have in advanced, I believe that's where permadeath used to be. So we have select site. Now you have your colonists, and this is pretty much the same, except now you do kind of get a preview of what your colonist looks like. And then you just start the game. Now I'm not sure, I don't know. And I think that created the world regardless. I don't know how we delete that world or whatever. But we're going to go ahead and jump in the game just with the one that I've been playing, so we can kind of see how we've made. So what I did with Tribe 1 here is, I think that's the one. Yeah, that's the one. Um, I did the Rich Explorer. So there was just a single person named Michonne. I can't remember her name. But anyway, she started out all alone in the world with her faithful dog. And she quickly found a little area to call her own. She's been raided 3 times. So if we come over here, we can see, yeah, she's been raided 3 times. She's actually gotten a couple other people. She has Hinton, Brown, and her name's Thomas, but that's not her first name. It's like M something. Mayumi. So anyway, that's her, and that's her dog Floyd. Um, some new things. Obviously, you'll notice up here we have a colonist bar, and it kind of gives you a status of your people. It'll put a little clock here if they're not doing anything, just being lazy. Um, it will put a lightning bolt like that. I can't remember what that was. Sad and wandering. Oh yeah, she's in a broken daze right now. Um, and stuff like that. I haven't seen way too many. I think this might be the new stuff. Yes, the Pemesian. So as you can see, this stuff will spoil in 1 year. So we could put it in our freezer. And I'm not sure why it's not in the freezer, to tell you the truth. Let's just go change that real quick. Raw foods, maybe? Meats? I don't know if it's considered a meat. You'll notice there is lots more. We've got foxes, elks, we've even got giant sloths. I don't know, where is it considered a meal? Oh, there it is. It's a meal. So we're going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and put it in here. I think I already have it in there. Yes. So, as you can see, she started out in this desert area. Now, one of the new things is if you're a tribe, your research tree is way different. You actually have to learn or research electricity and stuff like that. In your little crafting station, you can only craft tribal ware and pilas and stuff in your basic crafting station. Then, of course, with this person, we pretty much can research everything else. There is one new item as far as I've seen. I haven't seen very many others. There's this new torch lamp. It takes 20 wood, and in this world we're hurting on wood. We've got some trees planted there and there, but overall we're actually hurting pretty bad on wood. But this kind of works like a fueled furnace where you keep putting wood into it to maintain the light that it gives you. So that's pretty cool. It gives your tribes a way of getting light. And then this pemmican, whatever it's called, was also kind of designed for the tribal aspect because you don't have freezers, because you don't have electricity. You won't be able to freeze your food. So this kind of gives you I'm assuming it's kind of like beef jerky. One other thing, there's a couple things that's been split out in research. I don't think I have to do it at this stage, but like cooling temperature and stuff like that, if you're tribal, maybe if you're the crash landing, I don't remember, you actually have to research like auto doors. You don't have auto doors right up front. And cooling, I think, was the other name of it. So there's a couple other things that you used to just get freebie, and now you actually have to research a little. So we're going to go ahead and let Thomas continue being dazed as we just play just for a second, see what else I forgot. Because you now name the dogs here, it's no longer down here where it used to be a little picture of a dog and you could turn on and off names. Now that's in the options. Let's see, I thought there was another. Oh, the animals. Now in the animals area, it used to be you had to do it all in individual places. When you have animals, they're all categorized now. So you actually have here our husky. You can see he's hurt because of the red bar. You can see that he's a male and he's an adult dog. You can also see here that he's being trained in obedience. He's being trained in release. He has already been trained in a haul and rescue. And also you can go in here, and if you have beasts you don't want, you can slaughter them. So cool stuff there. And change his mastery. I mean, you used to have to do all this by going to different menus. So it's, oh, excuse me, it's really cool that it's all in one place now. Let's see, under factions, nothing really new there as far as I know. Nothing under world. History's kind of the same. Statistics, same. We already went over research. So I know I'm missing quite a few things, but I think we kind of hit upon the big ones. The really big thing is that scenario system. So now you can control the world. You can actually set it so, you know, where we were showing the colonists and stuff, you can actually set it so you can make it so your colonists cannot grow. None of them can. They'll never learn it, and they will never be able to do it. You can make it so they can't mine, so they can't hunt. So you can make a pretty impossible game. But I think that's about it. I hope I hit at least the highest highlights of Alpha 14. I mean, it's on Steam. That's completely epic. And the scenario system are two of the biggest things. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you did, be sure to leave a thumbs up down below. Aside from that, comment, like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter. And until next time, I'll be seeing you later. Bye.